Hi everybody, today we will be discussing and reflecting upon the local governance. Local governance is very important to make sure the availability of civic infrastructure at the grassroots level. Local government bodies are democratically elected bodies that actually make sure the engagement of masses at large, their participation in the public policies and their developmental agendas at the grassroots level. They also try to engage people in day-to-day affairs, in the management of their developmental interventions, and they seek their guidance, and they also engage them in monitoring the implementation of whatever their developmental and infrastructure improvement programs. So local government usually deals with education, health, water and sanitation, public safety and road safety interventions at the grassroots level. Across the globe, local government plays a vital role in achieving the national developmental commitments, but also they contribute a lot towards the achievement of regional and global developmental commitments. So we have witnessed that in many regional countries in our neighborhood, and also in the Southeast Asian region, we have observed that many countries where the local government system is functional, they have achieved sustainable development goals agenda far better than us. 65% of the sustainable developmental goals are supposed to be achieved by the local governments, and where the local governments are functional, administratively authorized, politically authorized, and financially autonomous, they are contributing a lot in achieving the sustainable developmental agendas. In Pakistan, unfortunately, we see that the local governments are non-functional and inactive in many provinces, in spite of the fact that the Constitution of Pakistan reflects and emphasizes upon the importance of the local government, not only in its principle of policy part, but also in the operative part of the Constitution. In principle of policy part, the Article 7 of the Constitution says that the state is comprised of federal government and the National Assembly, provincial government and the provincial assembly, and the local government and the local bodies. Unfortunately, the Article 7 is not being implemented in full. The Article 32 of the Constitution says that the state shall encourage the local governance to ensure the presence of workers, women, and peasants in the representation. If the Constitution is amended and the word encourage be replaced with the word should ensure, so then maybe I think we will see that the local government be operational in Pakistan. Article 37 of the Constitution also reflects a bit on decentralization, and it says that the state shall invest more on the local, more on people through local governance and local government bodies. In the operative part of the Constitution, Article 140A emphasizes on all the provinces that they should make sure a functional local government with more authority and responsibility to the local governments, not only politically but also administratively and with financial autonomy. So these are some of the important reflections and thoughts that I've shared with you all that are enshrined in our constitution. But it's not only the constitution, but we see that most of the political parties in their political manifestos have already committed that they will invest more on the local governments in Pakistan. Most of the parties have categorically elaborated in their political manifestos that they will give more administrative, political, and financial powers to the local government. But at the same time, when we see that the commitment is at one hand, but when it comes to the implementation, all of them are failing, and we see that today the local governments are non-functional and inactive in most part of our country. And this is because we see that through the National Finance Commission Award, we see that most of the funds are being devolved to the provinces, but the provinces are unable to hold the Provincial Finance Commission Awards, and the funds are not being devolved to the district level and to the local government. So this means that most of the local governments not only inactive but also financially they are not empowered and autonomous because the PFC awards are non-functional. And when we look at the budget for the year 2024-2025, we see less than 2% of the budget was allocated by government of Balochistan for the local governance affairs, and we see that less than 4% of the budget is allocated by the government of Sindh for the local government affairs. Less than 15% of the budget is allocated by government of Punjab for the local government affairs, and averagely 20% of the budget is allocated by the government of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa for the local government affairs. That undermines the local government affairs and the local government system, and that is one of the reasons that we are failing in achieving not only the global agendas but also the national developmental agendas at the local level. Local governments are really very important to make sure the engagement of the public at large, not only in the policy affairs but also in their developmental agendas. Therefore, we strongly advocate for a strong, empowered, fully empowered, politically empowered, and administratively and financially autonomous local governance in Pakistan. Thank you.